Now let's look at some more box and whisker plots. So now I'm going to put these two sets of numbers onto the same graph. So we've got two sets of numbers which I've called A and B, and they each have the same range. So they're each going between 2 and 35. I've ranked them, you see, in ascending order of these measurements and numbered those numbers, and they're each between 2 and 35. However, even though the range is the same, their means are quite different. So this one's 19.3, whereas this one's 8.2. And as they have the same range, that's nice and easy to put on our box and whisker plot. So we're going between 0 and 40 here on the y-axis. I'm just going to put those side by side, going vertically here. Right, so first of all, set A, let's start with that. So here we've got an even number, so our median is going to be in between the 8th and the 9th values. So our median is 22.5. So let's mark that on, 22.5 here somewhere. Good, and then let's divide into quartiles. So that goes 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. Oh, sorry, I've done that wrong, haven't I? So our median is, yeah, I just drew my little box wrong. So it's in between the 8th and 9th values, excuse me. So here's the median, is in fact 21.5. Move that down a little bit, so here somewhere. This isn't going to be the most precise graph in the world, is it? 21.5. Sorry. Right, so continuing with our quartiles, so then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here are our interquartile boundaries, interquartile boundary 1, interquartile boundary 2. So that is 13 and 27. We can mark those on to make our box. Then we can do our whiskers, so that's going between 2 down here and 35. So I think that's all we need to say for that one. Now, but here for B, another rule is going to come into play that we haven't needed to use yet. So here's what you need to do. So first of all, you look the size of the box, and then if your whisker is going to be more than 1.5 times this size, 3, step 3, draw the whisker as 1.5 times, and 4, add any additional values as outliers. So I'm going to show you what I mean here. Right, so let's look at dataset B. So our median is the 8th value, so it's this one. I think you'll see it pretty well when I do the example. So here's our median here, 5. And then let's do the quartiles. So here we're doing 4, 4, 4, 4. So here interquartile boundary 1 is 4 and interquartile boundary 2 is 6. Okay, so our box is going to be between 4 and 6. So the box size is 2. I hope you agree with that. 6 minus 4 is 2. And so 1.5 times 2 is 3. So let's just draw that tentatively here. 1, 2, 3, so that goes from 6 to 9. Something like that. Now, are there any values above 9? Yes, there are. There are these 3 values, 15, 24 and 35, which I need to draw separately as little crosses like that. So we're going to leave it as that. So this whisker is 2 times 1.5 is 3. So that's going between 6 and 9. Whereas here below, we're going from 3 below 4 is 1, and we're inside that for that. So we're just going to go to the 2. There we go. I hope that that is clear with the example. So you need to check that your whiskers aren't going to be 1.5 times this interquartile distance, and if they are, just leave it at 1.5 times, mark anything extra as an outlier. And you can check this one, it doesn't contravene that rule. So here, the size of the box is 14. So if we're going from the interquartile to boundary 14 below, that's impossible. 14 above, that would be what would it be? Anyway, more than 35.